Sacco and Felix, New York and New Jersey's premier attorneys at law. Their team brings decades of experience across a wide range of practice areas. Whatever life brings, they're your legal team. From everyday matters to complex cases, they've got you covered with the experience you need and the results you want. Because when life gets complicated, they make it simple. SaccoFilas.com. SACCOFILLAS.com. 2 C's, 2 L's.
Excuse me! Taxi!
Come on, what are you doing? This is the 77 WABC minicast.
All right, so this is serious business. Serious business. War is serious business. What the hell is going on here, all right? Everybody's yelling and screaming about war crimes. No, it's not a war crime. It's not a war crime. It's okay to be tough with your enemies. We want them to do stuff. We can talk tough to our enemies. And these crazy Iranian mullahs and their henchmen in the Republican Guard, they are our enemies. And if they don't do what we want, we're going to get a little bit more intense. Having said that, there's always some wiggle room with President Trump. All right. There's always a little bit of wiggle room, and he wants it that way, too. So what is everybody talking about now? The latest Truth Social. I want to go to this right now, this morning. A whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will. However, now we have complete and total regime change where different, smarter, and less radicalized minds prevail. Maybe something revolutionary, wonderful can happen. Maybe something revolutionarily wonderful can happen. Who knows? We will find out tonight. One of the most important moments in the long and complex history of the world. 47 years of extortion, corruption, and death will finally end. God bless the great people of Iran. All right. Now, what the hell does that mean? All right. He's warning that blowing up the civilization sounds like really, oh my gosh, he's going to kill everybody. No, I think he's going to possibly, this is a threat. You know, remember yesterday, everybody was like, he can't destroy the wars, the bridges and power zones, the bridges and power plants. That would be a war crime. No one's talking about that anymore. People are like, wait, you can't eradicate the entire civilization? That would be a war crime, and I think they might have it. I think it gets a little touchy when you wipe out a civilization. We don't want that to happen. He's not going to do that. We're not dropping an atomic bomb or a hydrogen bomb or a neutron bomb or anything like that. We're not going to do that. We are, however, well, I don't know. You know, at times you got to say, I don't know. I see these pundits all day long on TV. They know everything. You don't know anything. President Trump has another billion data points that he is considering. When's the last time you talked to Steve Witkoff about his conversation with Omar Sharif over there, right? we just, these conversations are happening. We're talking to somebody else, and let's see. But the deadline is tonight. Now, power plants and bridges, I can't believe they're actually trying to say that you can't hit power plants and bridges. This is what we hit in war. This is like the prime military target. I was playing a video game last night. It's called, what the hell is it called here? I got it on my iPad. Strike Fighter or something like that. Where's that fighter? It's very cool, by the way. I launch off of an aircraft and I do missions over Gunship 3, Combat Flight Simulator, Air Combat Simulation. And it's so cool. Here, there it is. I just turned it on. Look at that patriotic music. Now I choose my airplane. And now I get to choose my airplane. Do I want a Sky Raider, a Skyhawk, or an F-4? I think I'm going to go with the good old A-4 because I used to fly that plane. And now it's loading. And now the mission begins on the aircraft carrier. Pump up the volume, and here we go. Hold on. Come on. Taxiing over to my little slot on the aircraft carrier. I'm in my slot. I power down. And then I wait for the guy to give me the launch signal. He's about to tell me to rev up my engines. Here he goes. We're about to go into Vietnam, baby. Woo! And we're off. I'll pause it right there. It's a legit video game, and guess all the targets it gives me to hit. A power plant, a bridge, an airport, some other factory, a military base. The thing that I want to emphasize is the power plant. Oops, sorry about that. The power plant. It's damn it. It's like it's right there. It's the first target you're supposed to take out. A great big power plant, and then you actually watch the lights in the city go off. And they try to say that this is a war crime. I think that the message today is in response to that. All right? In response. That's why the fake news and Democrats should calm down. You know, they say they want certain things, but they are actually trying to motivate the president into something else. Something that, right? Hey, you don't want bridges and power plants? How about this? We'll take out the whole civilization. Now what are you going to say? Now suddenly the bridges and the power plants that he was talking about just yesterday, that seems reasonable and legitimate, doesn't it? So when you call it a war crime, that's a crime, actually. You're the crime. By deliberately distorting and misrepresenting what the president is talking about.
This is Greg Kelly. Donate now to Toys for Tots, which works year-round. Go to toysfortots.org. Toys for Tots supports children in need throughout the year with programs like the Toys for Tots Literacy Program. Established in 2008, it has provided over 63 million books to disadvantaged children. The Toys for Tots Literacy Program is committed to providing disadvantaged children with direct access to books and educational resources that enhance their ability to read and communicate effectively. Go to toysfortots.org.